Hey everybody, this is Dave coming to you from the Gaming Cave. Today we're going to continue our playthrough of Carrier Battle Philippine Sea from Compass Games. We are playing Scenario 7 and we are now moving into 0810 time of the day. Okay, a couple things are going to happen here. We're going to add these two chits for Iwo Jima and Yep Peleliu. Those are for land air reinforcement opportunities for the Japanese. Okay, another thing that I did wrong, if you guys watched my last video, you know I did my air searches wrong. I did them ahead of time. I did them in another phase instead of waiting for the next turn. I made myself a note: 0850, no searches or movement. Okay, the only searches I'm going to allow is if a new task force shows up and it's in a search range of a plane that's already there. Then I'll allow the search to be conducted. But no movement of any of my search aircraft because none of them should have got started yet. Okay. Let's see. The other couple things. And this is why I like doing the video. Sorry, a little technical difficulty there. The reason I like doing the videos is two things. One, you guys watch the videos and you give me feedback because I'm a solitaire player. I don't have feedback for things that I can either do better or I did wrong. Two, it helps you guys see things to do and strategies and how the game mechanics work. One of the things that, a couple things got mentioned to me. One, there's a search segment marker right here. It's blank on this side, search segment. I have not been using that because when it was in my bag with the other one, it's the same color, got the star as the US Advantage. And I just overlooked it until somebody said, why don't you use your search segment marker? And you could even write on the back side, completed or performed or something like that, but I can just turn it upside down. So I'm actually going to have this available and I'm going to flip it over and put it over here onto my search segment because I can't do any of these. I'm going to put it here, and then the last thing I'm going to do is do my resolve search attempts. So I'm going to do those early on, and then that's going to complete that. I won't have that anymore. So that's my reminder there. I needed that. The other one is, and actually this is probably a pretty good idea, said I should draw the chits one at a time for however many I'm going to draw, because that way I don't know what the next action is going to happen. That's the fog of war, and I think he's absolutely right. So I said, you know what, I probably should try that. So I'm going to do that, and when I do it, I'll just have to keep track of the chits as I go. Okay, so that's really all I had to do there. So I think we should get started here. And the first thing is place new Japanese forces. Well, we have a stack of 1, 2, 3, 4, and a stack of 2, 4, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we have 10. A third of those is 3. So we're gonna bring on 3 forces, and it will be K, I, and Q. All right. So I do have my markers up here for Q, K, and I. I'm going to need those here in a little bit. But let's see where these guys go on the board at here. Okay, so we're using our table up here, and we're going to roll, and we get a 10, zone 4. Man, it's getting heavy down here. This is for Kilo. And he's going in space number 5. So he's here. Okay. The next one is 6. 6 is zone 3. And he gets a 3. So zone 3 on 3 right there. Oh, helps if I put the right one out there. That was Quebec. And then we have I. Make sure I got the right ones. Yep. a 5. And a 5 is zone 2. Okay, so they spread out a little bit. In zone 2, he gets a 4. A 4 in zone 2 is here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 6 away from there. There's 6 away from everybody. So everything worked out perfect. Okay, fill our sequence chip cup. All right, so I've got my 3 no ops pulled aside. I have a stack of 1, 2, 3, 4 right there. So let's build this one up. He's got 1 there. So we'll put the 3 new ones in there. 1, 2, 3. This guy's got 1, 2, 3, so he gets an Ewo. This guy's got 1, 2, he gets a Pelelu and 1 no op. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 chits per pull. That stays there at 4. And now we load them up. All right, so we've loaded up our chits. We're still pulling 4 per phase. Adjusted our marker. Move air raids. Well, we have 1 air raid. He's right here. It's Guam. And he is moving right here. So we're going to have some early action again. Here we go. Okay, we got a roll for mission movement. We get 3 this time. Okay. And we're going to start drawing our sequence chip. All right. So here comes chip number 1. And this is Guam. Okay. Well, he can't do anything because he's up here and there's no, they can only have 1 raid. So Guam is done. So that's number 1. The second one is Task Force Alpha. Okay, Alpha's down here. Drop the camera a little bit. Here is Alpha. He was on top of that submarine. So we are Task Force right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 hexes away. And it is 0, 8, 10 in the morning, so it's a -1, and 10's a -1, so it's a -2 to see if he's going to launch an airstrike. 2, no, he's not. Okay, so Task Force A is going to move in direction 3, and 3 is to the northeast. All right, that's it for Alpha. He's done. Okay. Our next chit, number 3, is, no op. So that gets rid of that one. And number 4 is Echo. All right, Echo. Echo's way up here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 to Task Force 58. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 7 would be this task force here. A 7 is a 0 modifier and it's -1 for time of day. So we do -1 and he gets a 9, that's an 8. So he's going to have a possible air raid. So we got to draw a marker because he's a level 0 and we get double force. Ugh. I knew this was going to happen sooner or later. All right. So double force. Make the following changes to the level 1 detection cup. I did that. Okay, when the first double force chest is selected, take 1 additional Japanese force from among those not in play and place it in the same hex as the original force. All right, so that will be O. He's going to come in here also. So O will be there. From the 2 carrier and 1 large force chits held out, draw 2. 2 carrier, 1 large force. Okay, from the 2 carrier, 1 large force chits held out in 7.51, draw 2. Leave the double force chit on top of the stack as a reminder. Okay, so here's the 3 chits we draw from. One of them's a surface force and one of them's 2 of them are carriers. So he gets the large force. So well, the other one's a carrier. We know that. Okay. This one goes back over there. All right. So Echo has a large 1 force. And force 0 is going to be Butai 1. And he has a carrier there. These forces will act together, will move together. They're going to stay there. Okay. So O comes off the board because he became Butai 1. Take him over there. We need Butai 1. Butai 1 replaces Echo. Take Echo off the board because it's now going to be Butai 1. Okay. A lot going on in that. I hate these double forces. I hate them because they're hard to deal with, but you have a lot. So we do have an air raid coming from Butai 1, and he's coming here. So this is not good news for my air group over here because my fighters have all been up in the air, but I got to get a strike going over there too. Okay. So now we have to determine the air raid. All right, the strength. And this is should be on card. Air raid strength, forces, nope. Let's see, I'm looking for my table here. Hang on a minute, let me find what I'm looking for. Okay, so we determine this as air raid strength level 1, 2 forces, unknown air strength. So we have to roll a die. And it is a 4. Okay. A 4 on a level 1 is an air raid strength of 7. Okay. So we'll get 5 and 2 is 7. And that's over here on Butai 1. So we don't know, it's air raid A1A. We don't know the strength yet. And we have to place the air raid now, which is on card 1. This is going to be interception range table. So we roll the die. Uh-oh, 2. He's coming in close. So a 2 is 3 hexes away. He's coming from here. So this air raid will be 1, 2, 3. Right here. He's coming in on us. Right there. All right. Oh. Man, oh man. Okay. So they launched. Now the force moves. So we have a adjacent or stacked to U.S. units, surface force, force of unknown type, level 0 or level 1, large, medium, or small. It could be that one. Carrier force, which is not yet launched. Carrier force, which has launched a strike. And he is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 hexes away. 8 or fewer hexes, he moves 1 hex further away from that test group. So this guy is going to move back this direction right here. Okay. All right. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Got a lot going on. Okay, that's it. Butai 1 is taken care of. That is 3 draws. We got one more draw to do here. And this one is, Yap Peleliu. Okay, so we got to roll for reinforcements. So this is on card 4. This is Advanced Rule 16.12. A roll of 9 or 10, and they can get reinforcements. So we're going to roll, and he gets a 9, of course. So now they're going to get reinforcements. So we have to roll Japanese Land Air Reinforcement Strength Table. So now we're going to roll again and see how much he's going to get for reinforcements here. And it's a 5. Okay. And a 5 is 9 points. So the next thing we do is we raise him by 9 here. So he had 30, so his strength is now 39. Wow. Okay. And that Peleliu marker is now out of the game until the next day. So it would go on June 20th. So we're going to set it up here out of the game. We won't pull it again. So I pulled all 4 of those for the first phase. And I got to add 9. And I was using the wrong aircraft as my marker, so I'm going to correct all that here too, but we're going to pull 9. So let's see what we got here. Here's 5, 7, 9. Oops. These are my land air markers. And what they do is they go, because I don't have anybody within 2 hexes down here or anybody patrolling, they go into the landing sequence, and now they work their way up through that to become available. I got to fix all my land air units here, so I'm going to do that real quick. I used naval air and they were supposed to be land air. It's just an aesthetic, but I want to correct it real quick. Okay, so now we go to move air missions. All right, so I've got air mission 4. He's moving 1 hex. We'll show you over here. He moved 1, and he's going to intercept. That's going to cost him 3. 1, 2, 3. Air mission 3. Going to do the same thing. He moves 1. He's going to intercept. 1, 2, 3. Intercept 2. He's coming in. 1. And then 1, 2, 3. And air mission 1. He's going to move 1. Intercept 1, 2, 3. Okay, so I've moved all my fuel markers and all that good stuff. Okay, here's my air searches. Now the only thing I'm going to do there is look to see if any of these new ones came on, if I can spot them. And in this case, I can spot I. So we're going to take a shot at that one. And this is search segment 4, which should be from this group. Yeah. So he's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So a 7 is a 0 modifier. And I have an aircraft, so he's a +1. Because I have 2 aircraft there. We're +1, and we get a 7. And a 7 is spotted. It would have been a +1. So let's see what this guy is. Hopefully, nothing. False contact. Good. Oh, oops. All right. False contact. So we take I off the board. We'll set him down here. I is off the board. False contact, that's good. Okay. Down here, Q came on, we can't see him. Kilo came on, we can't see him. Okay, so that takes care of my air searches. We're now at air operations. Well, we know there's a carrier up there, and I got to get stuff moving now. 58-1 could reach them. They also have a surface fleet down here that I'm not totally interested in just yet. And over here in this located, we have a large task force. There's a lot of odds that that's going to have a carrier in it. So I'm going to, I think 58, task force 58, which consists of groups 52 and 53 are going to start launching here. Or getting ready to launch. I don't have to launch his fighters yet. So we're going to bring these guys up. Well, let's see. Do I have anybody to launch? 58-3, 58-2. They have fighters ready to go. Nobody else. 58-1 and 58-4 is nobody to launch. Okay, raise servicing to ready. Okay, 58-1 is getting attacked. Or, I'm sorry. Yeah. 58-1 and 58-4. They're going to get they're moving their bombers up to the servicing desk. Light carriers can only do one. 58-2 is getting his bombers up, and a fighter can go with him. Same thing. He's putting both bombers up, a bomber and a bomber. That's at 58-2. 58-3. He's got fighters up. He's going to launch bombers. Oops, he can only do one there. One. He's doing two. Two. He's doing two. 1, 2. Okay. So we're getting these guys up to the servicing decks. 58-4. He's bringing up a fighter and his bombers right there. Okay, so we're getting ready now. Things are starting to get hectic here. We'll see what we can do. All right. And I got to be careful because 58-1 and 58-4 are going to need to land some fighters. So I don't want to have a bunch of guys sitting on my ready deck, because when I launch, they can't land. And I'm definitely bringing in my fighters here. They're getting low on fuel in the next turn. So they're going to have to come in before I get them in trouble. Okay. That was my hangar to servicing. I don't have my lower to my flight deck. Nobody's landing. Air-to-air combat. Okay, here we go. Now, we're hitting this land group here. We'll just start with intercept 1. He has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And they have no fighters, and I get +1 because it's land aircraft. Oh, a 10. Yes. That's what I need. Get my hit table over here. 6 on a 10 is 3. So we just nailed 3 of his aircraft. 2, 3. There's only got 5 left. Nice. All right, Air Mission 2 has 3. Here he comes. +1. Oh, a 10. Yeah. A 10 on 3 is 2. Okay. So he's down to 3 now. Air Mission 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. He has 4. Here he comes. A 7 +1's an 8 on 4. 8 on 4 is 2. We knocked down that one. There's 1 left. Air Mission 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And he's +1. 6 +1, 7. I know I got him. On 5 and a 7, that's 2. So we just eliminated the whole daggone Guam air raid. Just got shot down. That's huge, man. Let me tell you. There it is. Guam air raid is off the board. Okay. He's got some reinforcements, but they're not ready. And luckily, I've already pulled my Guam movement, so I'm not going to have to worry about him launching this turn. All right, success. Protected myself from that first strike. And it was a big one. Okay. Now, the other thing I didn't do over here was nothing. And I should have done, I spotted for this one. These guys should have been spotting here. I'm going to do that because I'm going to cheat myself out completely here. They would have spotted the double task force. They are from this group right here, the original 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 hexes away. And 9 hexes away is a modifier of -1. I have 2 aircraft, so that's a 1. So there's 2 groups there. I'm going to see if I can spot. The first one is Echo. That's the large task force. We're going to see if we can see what he's made up of. Oh, a 10. Well, he goes up a level 1. Okay. So Surge goes up +1. So that's card 3. So he's going to go from a level 1 to a level 2 intelligence. This is a large task force. So he's a large, and we're going to roll to see what he becomes as a level 2. He has no air points, any of that stuff. So we got to roll. And it is 8. Not what I wanted. 8. He's a level 2, 3 to 4 carriers. Uh-oh. That's not cool. Not cool. Level 2, 3 to 4 carriers. Okay. He's a level 2, 3 to 4. So now, this is going to become Butai 2. That large force comes off of there. Butai 2 goes on there. Echo comes off. This goes in intel level. Echo comes out. And we put in the Butai 2 marker where Echo was. We haven't pulled Echo yet. So when we do, we'll substitute it with the Butai 2. Okay, so we spotted that one. Now there's a Butai 1 is a level 1. We're going to see if we spot him. No modifier. 3, no, we do not get anything on him. He became spotted on the double force. Well, Butai 2 is spotted. Butai 1 is just out there. We know what he is. We know he launched. Okay. Wow. All right. I should have cheated myself out, maybe. Okay. Air-to-air combat is over. There's no Japanese attack. There's no U.S. air attack. So we do advanced marker. Now, one of the things that I needed to do was adjust my commitment index. All right. So we're going to take a quick look at that because I don't want to forget that. I forgot that last time and it cost me. So, commitment index is every time a new Japanese carrier force is revealed in either search or air raid, the known air strength of existing level 1 force increases and the Japanese carrier force increases to a higher level. Okay, so to compute this, the force values are computed and it's on card 3 back. All right, so here we have card 3 back, commitment value chart. So we have a level 2 force printed on the black circle Oh, Butai 2. He's a 5. So his known air strength, his commitment value is a 5. All right, so he's 5. We have a level 1 force, and their air strength is a 7, which would be 6. So that's 2. So that's 7 points now. That's the only carriers that we know about. So he gets 7 on the commitment index. Okay. All right. Well, that moves some stuff up. Okay. All right, now over here. So we advance our phase marker to phase 2. We come up and we move air raids. All right. So this air raid moves 2 spaces. These move up 1. They're in servicing now. So that's his next 7, 9 that's coming to them. Okay. That's all the air raids. Roll for mission movement. All right. Our mission movement this time is going to be 7. Okay, let's put that marker out there at 7. Draw our sequence shits. Well, here we go. And we'll have no air search going on this time. Come on, give me one. It is Kilo. Okay. So Kilo's clear down here at the bottom. He is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's 11 hexes out. So that's a -3. And 8, 10 is -1. So that's a -4. He's doing his air raid procedure at a -4. 6 -4 is 2. No air raid. He's going to move in direction 7 northeast. There he goes. Okay. That's it for Kilo. Set him aside. Next up is Delta. Delta is what? Oh, that's him. Got to find Delta. That's Foxtrot. This is Delta right here. Okay. He is a large surface group. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops, count this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a 0 modifier. Makes that a -1 because of the time of day. And he gets, 3, which is 2. He does not launch any air raids. Thank you. He is a large surface force. So surface force, otherwise use mission movement. Force of unknown type, level 0, level 1, large, medium, small, mission movement. So he uses mission movement, which is 7. He's in this zone, so 7 is due east. Oh, he moved that way. Okay. That's it for Delta. And his reduction goes from located to spotted. All right. Here we go. That's it for Delta. Number 3 is India. Task Force I. Task Force I took out already and replaced it with probably the false contact. So we're taking the I out of there. So he's not going to do anything. So his last chip is Quebec. All right, Quebec is here. He is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So a 10 is minus 1 for time and minus 1 there, so he's a minus 2. So minus 2, 4, minus 2, so nothing. He does mission movement in Quebec. A 7 would be due east. Okay. All right. That's all of the chits. Now we move our air missions. Air mission 1 and 2 intercepts are not moving. 3 and 4 are both moving to here. 1 and 2 are there. They burn 1 fuel, 1 fuel. 3 and 4 burn 1 and burn 1, and they're intercepting. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay. So 1 and 2, I'm planning on landing. 3 and 4 are up here. Okay. Yeah, I'm really nervous about these guys down here. Yeah. Okay, here we go. We adjusted all our fuel markers. Air operations, launch. 58.2 and 58.3 are going to launch 2 intercepts. Mission 5 and 6. Do I want them that way? Yeah, because I want to keep them separate in case I have to do something. They're going to go on to combat air patrol. So now I'm taking them right here. This is my launch sequence for 58.2. He launches, and 58.3 he's launching cap. So they're going to have cap up here. We're going to give them some air protection. Okay. Oops, dropped that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. Okay. There we are. We have cap there. Okay, that's all our launch. Raise servicing to ready. So on 58.2 and 58.3, we are going to raise these guys up. Here. And 58.3, raising, raising, raising. 1 fighter there. Okay, 58.1 and 58.4 is my group up here. We are not going to raise anybody up because I got to recover aircraft here. So I need to do recoveries. I could raise fighters up here for 58.2 and 58.3, get them ready, but I think, boy, don't know if I should or not. Yeah. I think I'll wait. Okay. Gonna wait. Gonna take a chance. So nothing from my hangar to my servicing right now. 58.2, 58.3, lower to the flight deck. Okay. Landing. So I'm gonna land air mission 1 and 2. They're gonna burn 1 extra fuel point. So he goes, air mission 1 is gonna go critical fuel. He'll be at 1, and he goes to 0. He's not critical. So air mission intercept 1 and 2 are going to be down. All right, 1, he's going to land. This is 58-1. He's coming in here. He's landing. Oops. 58-1. He can land 2 there. 58-1. He's landing. Landing. 58-1. Lands there. And 58-1. He lands there. And then Air Mission 2 has 58-4. He's landing 2 onto this task group and 1 onto the Langley. Okay. I think I'll spread them out and put 1 onto the cowpens. Yep. Okay. So now we've landed. So I got those air groups down too. All right. Nice. Okay. Now we have air-to-air combat. So I have Air Mission 3 and Air Mission 4. So we're going to find out what's the makeup here of Air Raid 1A. From over here. Air Raid A1A has 7. We have to roll a die. And it is a 4. Alright, so we rolled a 4. Escort table. Strength is 7, so that makes it a 6. A 4 is 1. 1 fighter. So up here, we tie 1. We'll split this 2. Give him a couple of 1s. So he has 6 attack aircraft and 1 fighter. Okay. All right, Air Mission 3 is going to hit him with 1 fighter to tie up his fighter. Okay, here we go. 1 fighter to tie up his fighter. Oh, I shouldn't have done that. This was a 7. Grabbed the wrong die. Here we go. 4. I don't think I did anything because I only have 1. 4 is 0. Nope. Okay. So I had no effect. He has 1 fighter attacking my fighter. He gets a 2. No effect. Okay, so we just tangled with each other and didn't cause any effect. Mission 3 has 1, 2, 3 aircraft coming in. So here he comes. We got 3 attacking his attack aircraft. We got a 4. So I have 3 and I have 4. I got 1 of them. Okay. So we just nailed 1 off of his attack group. All right. I got Mission 4 coming in. 2, 3, 4, 5. He's going to attack with his fighter. See if he can hit that escort. I want to check something. Okay, Air Mission 4, we're assigning 1 fighter to hit his fighter. He gets a 4. Nothing. I don't even have to look it up. I already know. He fights back with a 6. I think that's nothing. He is 1. Yeah, nothing. So again, no effect. And now I have 1, 2, 3, 4 fighters jumping his attack aircraft. A 7. That's not going to be too bad. A 7 on 4 is 2. So I knocked down 2 more. So we'll take his 5 off of there. We're going to turn it into 2 and a 1. 2 and a 1 there, and put 2 in his lost box. Okay. Well, he's down to 3 attack aircraft because that 0 is just a nuisance to me right now. I haven't been able to eliminate him. And I should have been subtracting 1 on my rolls for those, but it didn't matter. Okay, there's no target, no contacts, no air attack segment. That's the end of phase 2. So we move this to phase 3. and we come back up and we moved all air raids. So the Japanese air raid is now onto my task group. Okay. Here we go. So we're going to get attacked. Roll for mission movement. Let's see what they're going to do this time. They get a 4. Okay. Okay, we start our sequence checks. It's Lima. He's down here. He is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 hexes. That's 0. And -1 for the time of day for his air raid. 5 -1's a 4. No air raid. So Lima is going to move direction 4. And he is in this group. So he's going to move northeast. Okay. That's it for Lima. All right. Next chit. Come on. Can't get my fingers on it. There we go. It is November. November is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's 0 modifier and -1 for the time of day. 6 -1's a 5. Possible air raid. We got to draw a level 1. And he is a, whatever that fell out, I don't care, false contact. So it goes back in there. No raid. November is in this zone. And the direction is 4 due east. Moves this way. That's it for November. All right. Third chit is Charlie. Charlie's up here. He's launched 1 raid. No, he has not. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's 5 hexes away. That's not going to bode well for me. So 5 hexes away. He's a +2, -1. He's going to be a +1 to see if he's going to possibly launch a raid on me. Oh, a 1. +1's a 2. He does not. Okay, he does movement. He's in this zone here. He's going to move down this direction right here. Okay. Wow. Wow. Got. Okay. That's it for Charlie. One more chit. It is Foxtrot. Foxtrot is this force, surface force right here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's 0 modifiers. It's -1 because of the time of day. Oh, 1. That's a 0. Okay. He is a surface force within 6. Otherwise uses mission movement. His mission movement number is 4. He's going to move this direction, northeast. And his spotted goes down to located. Sorry. Now drops down to, come here, get it out of my bag here. Drops down to a approximate sighting. Okay. That's Foxtrot. He's done. Now we do, that's our air raids. Move our air missions. Well, 3 and 4 have to attack still. 3 and 4 are going to move here. That means they're going to use 1 and then 3 more. 1, 2, 3. 1, 1, 2, 3. And they're going to be attacking. All right. Adjusted all our fuel markers. I don't have any other raids to move. No air search. Air operations. I can launch. So I got 58.3 and 58.2 could launch a mission here. Because I'm thinking I got this large task force out here. And that's really bothering me. I got a surface fleet over here, but that large task force is definitely bothering me here. And I'm thinking I need to launch against him. So I'm going to launch a airstrike number 7. Right. So I gotta find my airstrike marker. They're in here. Sorry about that. Let me get my marker out. I've been doing intercepts all this time. Now I'm finally going to launch something here. All right. Number 7 is what I'm looking for. Okay, airstrike 7. We're going to launch him. And we're launching him with 58.2 and 58.3 together. So they're going to have TBFs and TBMs and TBFs here. They have a fighter escort, a small one. And we have bombers, SBDs, TBFs, and TBFs. So our fuel allotment for this group is 14. So we put them on 14 and we launch them. And they are attacking this group out here. So airstrike moves 1. He comes out. We're going to point him that direction so I don't forget where he's going. That's where he's headed. And 14, so he used 1 fuel up. He's down to 13. And off they go. All right. That was my launch sequence. Raise servicing to ready. I think we better get these fighters up here, get them in servicing here on 58.2 and 58.3. I've got a few more fighters here. I'm going to get them up and ready to go. I'm going to get a couple of these. I could get a couple more bombers up here too. Get them ready on those 2. Okay. All right. That was hangar. Don't have anybody else moving from the hangars. Lower the flight decks. Okay, over here, these guys landed. They're going into the hangar now. Hangar. He's going to the hangar. Hangar. And down here, hangar, hangar, hangar. I may regret having those guys in my way now. Yeah. Shoot. Okay, that's fine. Anybody to land? No, because I have air combat happening here between strikes, intercepts 3 and 4. Okay, so intercept 3 is going to spin 1 fighter to attack his fighters. And it's -1 to the die roll because it's fighter versus fighter. 9. -1's an 8. Got that sucker that time. Yes, we got him. So we knocked down his fighter. That gets rid of 1. He fires back. And he gets a 3, no effect. All right, finally. Now I have 2, 3 attacking. A 4. At least give me 1, please. Rolled a 4 on 3. Yes, I got one. So one of his attack aircraft just went down. Move that over there. All right, he's only got 2 left, and I got group 4 coming in with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And +1, nope, nothing, no other modifier. So here we come. So we got 5 aircraft coming in on this raid right here. Oh, a 6. Let's see what do we get. 5 aircraft. We rolled a 6 on 5. Oh, it is 2. Yes, we nailed them. We shot them down. They did not get to us. Woo, woo, woo. All right. So give me a 5 here. Replace that one. 2, 4, and 5. All right. Keep making change. All right. We nailed them, guys. A1A is eliminated. Ah. Good job. Man, this is so much different than my last battle when I was everybody was getting eliminated. Okay, there's no Japanese attack segment, no US air attack segment. So we are going to advance our phase marker to phase marker 4. We are going to move all air raids. There aren't any. Oh, there is an air raid to move up here. Okay. And now we go to roll for mission movement. And he gets a 10. All right. Draw our chits. Here we go. I only show 3 left because I think I've been shifting some stuff around in here. These are not going to matter. It's going to be my subs, my surface fleet, and then the final one will be the reinforcement aircraft. So my subs are going to move first. All right. So we're going to start up here. He's going to move down 1. All right. I'm going to have the Kabbalah chasing Force C. He moves into him. He's going to try to detect him. All right. For contact, he moved the same direction that those guys did, so it's a -3 stern chase. So I got to roll, and it's -3. Oh, I need something big. 7 -3 is a 4. Oh, failed it. 1 off. Wow. Okay, he didn't get anybody. Let's see. These are all searches, task force. The Finback is moving this direction, trying to get over here with these guys. The Albacore is going to move in here with November. I think I'll put him under there. Same thing here. Put him under there. All right. So we moved in an oblique. It's a -2. Come on. 7 -2 is a 5. I got a contact. Okay. So we get contact. What's that mean? All right. Okay, first we draw to see what it is. So let's see what this guy's going to be. So Force November. He is false contact. All right, got rid of him. So November is off the board. All right. See if I can find him real quick. There he is. November's off the board. Okay. It's another one off. All right. Woo. All right. Then back Albacore. I got Stingray. He's going to move up here on Alpha. It's a stern chase, so it's -3. Come on. Something big. 8. Yes, it's a contact. This is false contact. All right. Another one off the board. Alpha. Got rid of Alpha. And he was in this group, I think. Yep. I can take him off the board now. All right. Wow. That helps. That helps a lot there. Stingray's still working out here now. See if he can find out Kilo next. In the meantime, I got to search these guys. I think that's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, that's everybody. Okay, that's it for my submarines. Now I got my U.S. move. This task force, he's having trouble. I know. Trying to stay away from that big surface fleet. I think we're going to move this direction. And these guys, 58-4, 58-1. He's moving this direction. Right there. Okay. That's my U.S. movement. And now we got to check for reinforcements from Iwo Jima. And they get 9. They got it. Well, that's going to take care of that one. So now we'll roll to see how many more reinforcements he's going to get. And he gets a 9. Are you kidding me? He gets a 9, which is 12 more points. So here we have 39. So that should be like 51, but I don't think I can go that high. So it's going to be 45. It's the highest he can go, but he gets 12 more land-based. Okay, wow. So Guam is not making it easy on me, that's for sure. Here's me a couple of 5s. 5, 10, and here's a 2. Okay. So they're going to have 5, 10, 12 more, and they're landing now. All right. Wow. Woo. Okay. But that took them off the board. All right. So that's it for all our movements. I can move my air missions now. So air mission 3 and 4 are going to move 1. Let's see. 1 and 2 I landed. So they're good again. And that critical was a -1. He would not have had any issues because there wasn't anything else wrong. So they got in. Now these guys just moved 1. So they're going to go critical. Right here and right here. Set my fuel gauges off to the side. So they're critical. They moved 1. Adjusted by fuel markers. Don't have any air searches. Air operations, launch. Servicing to ready. So these fighters are coming up here on 58-2. 58-1. Here, he's bringing up his bombers. I got some fighters can go with them. 58-4, got fighters. Bomber. Okay. 58-3. Do I want to, what do I want to do with them? 58-2 and 58-3. I don't know yet. I'm going to sit on those guys again. Okay. From hangar to servicing. I could bring up a search plane, which would not be a bad idea. Maybe. I got to do another search down here. So I'm going to service him. Get him ready to go. 58-1. Okay. Lower my flight deck to the hangar. Nope. Nobody. And now we're landing. So 3 and 4 have to spend one more fuel to land. All right, now they got a roll for each aircraft to land. Okay, safe return table. Amount of fuel overage for the mission is 2. Okay, that's the only thing we got to roll for. So each aircraft, so we'll start, there's 3 of them on air mission 3. He's coming in to land. Here comes the first guy, plus 2. 9 plus 2 is 11. He's safe. Woo. 58.4. He lands. Next guy. 7. He's good. 58.4. He lands. Next guy. Uh-oh. Got a 12. Uh-oh. This guy's got a problem. Now we roll again. Unit eliminated on a die roll of 6 to 10. 10. I lost him. He didn't make it back. So we lost 1 in the task group X. So he went down. All right, last guy. 10. Oh no. 9. I lost 2 units there. Right there. Okay. That was intercept 3. They're down. So these are missions that become available for me. Now, mission 4 is coming in. Here he comes. That didn't work out so good, did it? 1, he's safe. This is 58.1. He's going to land. Next guy. He's good. 58.1. Putting him down there. Next guy. And 9, he's still good. 58.1. Next guy. A 1, he's safe. And the last guy. A 2, he's safe. And I'm spreading him over here to 58.4 if I want to. Do I want to? No, I'm putting him down here on 58.1. Okay. All right. Got all my planes in. We have no air-to-air combats, no attack segments. That's the end of the phase. And there are no other attacks to do. So we advance the game turn marker. This is going to go back to the top. Phase is going to come back to 1. This is going to go to 0930. And that's it. Whew. We reached the end of it. Okay, wow. What an action-packed turn that one turned out to be, but I defended my carriers gallantly with the boys from the Hornet and the Yorktown, the Bellwood, the Baton, the Essex, the Langley, and the Cowpens. I lost a couple fighters due to fuel shortages. You can see how ugly that got really fast. I never expected to lose 2 there, but I did. Okay, so we're down 2. We got an airstrike heading out, and we're going to see how that goes. So, all right. Whew. Good mission. Good day, I think, so far. We're coming into 9:30. Things are going to continue to heat up. Hopefully these my recon aircraft are going to pick up something coming back. We'll get these guys back in, get them landed. Got to get them serviced. I may have to send them out again, or maybe send them on attacks the next time. All right. Okay, that's it for today. Hope you enjoyed it. If you're new to the channel, please subscribe. Please hit the like button for me. And I'll see you guys for the next round. Okay, everybody, have a good one.